My farm used to be sacred, the kind of quiet you can hear, birds, wind, cows chewing like they had nowhere to be. Real peace. Then Karen arrived. Not just any Karen, HOA Karen, president, self-crowned, power drunk, the type who thinks a clipboard makes her god. The first time I saw her, I thought a small plane was landing on my property. A silver Lexus came screaming down my private dirt road, throwing up a dust storm so thick my chickens started coughing. I waved her down, still polite, still civil. I told her calmly it was a private easement and everyone drives under 10 miles per hour for safety. She didn't even take her sunglasses off, just smirked and said, if you don't like dust, maybe you should pave your little farm road." Then she floored it. That moment changed everything. From that day on, Karen turned my road into her personal NASCAR track. Morning, afternoon, evening, always speeding, always dust, always that smug little Lexus. My kids couldn't play outside, my animals were stressed, my house looked like it was permanently coated in desert sand. I put up private road signs. They vanished. I added slow down, children signs. Gone. I installed a rope barrier. She drove through it like it insulted her ancestors. I even spoke to her husband. He shrugged and said, "Happy wife, happy life." Then hid behind his gated driveway like a coward in khakis. Karen wasn't just disrespectful, she was untouchable in her own mind. And the worst part? She genuinely believed my land belonged to her convenience. But what Karen didn't know yet was that I had just run out of patience. And peaceful people, when pushed far enough, become very creative. I tried doing things the right way first. I really did. I called the sheriff. An officer came out, took a look at the road, took my statement, and even went to speak with Karen. For exactly one glorious day, she slowed down 10 miles per hour, almost respectful. Then the next morning, she came flying past my fence even faster than before, like she was offended I'd involved authority, like this was now a personal challenge. The sheriff came back later and hit me with the sentence that officially killed my faith in the system. Since it's a private road, enforcement is limited. It's a civil matter, you'd need to take her to court. Court, lawyers, thousands of dollars, months, maybe years, all because one woman couldn't drive like a normal human being. So basically, the message was clear. Karen could terrorize my property daily, and there was nothing I could realistically do about it. That's when something snapped, not rage, not screaming, something colder, quieter, more dangerous. Later that week, while cleaning my old barn, I found a dusty box of my grandfather's tools. Inside were heavy, rusted metal strips from an old farm harrow. Sharp, ugly, useless for farming now. And that's when the thought hit me. If the law won't slow her down, the road will. I didn't want her hurt. I didn't want lawsuits. I didn't want blood. I just wanted one thing, for Karen to finally understand that speed has consequences. And I had just found the perfect way to teach her. If you're enjoying this story, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment where you're watching from. I planned it carefully, too carefully, for someone who was supposedly powerless. I went to the hardware store and bought a box of 3-inch deck screws. Thick ones. The kind that look innocent in a shelf but feel criminal in your hand. Back at the barn, I took some old wooden planks and drove the screws straight through them so the sharp tips stuck out the other side. Not enough to cause some movie-style explosion. Just enough to ruin a very expensive morning. These weren't real spike strips. No police nonsense, no permanent danger, just consequences with interest. I studied Karen's driving pattern like a scientist. Same time every morning. Same speed, same exact racing line down the road, right where the dirt was most compact. She didn't even try to hide it. She treated my land like her personal shortcut. That night, under darkness, I dug shallow trenches across that exact line. I placed the planks in, screws facing up, and gently covered everything with loose dirt, smoothed it perfectly. From the surface, nothing looked different. The road looked innocent. The trap was invisible. The next morning, I sat on my porch with coffee like it was a front row seat at a concert. 8:15 a.m. on the dot. I heard the engine first. That familiar, aggressive whine. The dust cloud followed. Karen came flying over the small hill like usual, absolutely convinced the world was still bending around her schedule. Then, thump, thump. Not a crash, not a scream, just the sound of reality finally catching up. Her car started swerving instantly. She slammed the brakes, skidding sideways in a chaos of dust and panic, right in the middle of my road. 2 seconds of silence. Then I heard it. a scream so loud even my cows looked impressed, and I smiled into my coffee because I knew this was the moment Karen's authority officially ended. Karen jumped out of her Lexus like the road had personally betrayed her. Designer heels sinking into the dirt, hair ruined, face twisted between rage and pure disbelief. Both front tires were completely dead, hissing their last breath into my peaceful morning air. She started screaming immediately. "You did this! You set me up! I'm calling the police! I'm suing you! This is illegal!" I walked down slowly, calm, hands in my pockets, pretending to be the concerned neighbor she never was. "Wow, that's terrible, Karen. Must have hit something sharp. This road really isn't safe for speeding." She froze because she understood exactly what happened. And more importantly, she couldn't prove a single thing. The police came. They looked at the tires, looked at the road, looked at me. No spike strips, no evidence, no traps. Just a private dirt road and a woman who admitted she was driving fast on land she didn't own. Then the tow truck arrived. And this was the real humiliation. The driver charged her extra for off-road recovery. Couldn't get proper grip. Took nearly 2 hours. Neighbors from her precious HOA started driving by, slowing down, staring, phones out, whispering, watching their fearless president stranded in dirt like a broken statue. Karen didn't scream anymore. She didn't threaten anymore. She just stood there in silence, dust-covered, exposed, powerless. From that day on, she never used my road again. Not once. Took the long public route like everyone else. The dust settled, the farm returned to silence, and Karen lost something she'll never get back, her illusion of control. Because bullies only feel powerful until consequences finally arrive. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment where you're watching from. And remember, sometimes the best revenge isn't loud, it's watching someone destroy themselves in silence.